You said on the record that one of the things that we have to address is that we have to denounce any kind of racism. If that's occurring, there's no room for it. We don't want individuals who support racism. That's not the fabric of our community. What exactly does that mean?
So it means specifically what I talked about in my town hall meeting. If there's anyone on the campus that supports or advocates racism, this is not a place for them. We are one of the second most diverse college on the western side of the United States, and that's a significant accomplishment. And for those that support racism that decide to come on this campus, that's not Sac State, and that's not who we want on campus.
How do you plan to denounce racism on campus? Maybe like what actions would you take?
Well, specifically making it very clear that that type of behavior, that type of sentiment is not allowed. Making sure that we have plans in place, and those plans are in place throughout the campus, not just the police department. And so making sure that we hold true to our values with respect to all of the initiatives that the president has set forth of denouncing racism here on campus.
Are we talking, when you talk about racism, are we talking about specifically racial profiling from police officers, or different types? And I can't provide examples in terms of.
Well, I'm talking about the entire picture. I mean, I work for the police department, but racism on campus, racism at the police department, racism in kinesiology is not allowed, it's not tolerated, and it's not supported. So while the chief of police of the police department, I don't solely just focus on the police department. If I see racism occurring at a different college on campus, it's my duty, it's my responsibility to make sure that it's not allowed, and I report it to the appropriate officials.
Are there procedures in place to protect communities of color that you plan to bring forward?
Well, there's a significant amount of attempts being made to make sure that everyone on campus feels inclusive. Everyone on campus feels welcome here. So, as the chief of police, I will make sure that those plans are carried out, and that may just mean listening to those who may have some type of challenge or issue with how they were treated by anyone on campus, or how they may have been treated outside of campus, or maybe on campus with the officers, or with the officers if they resided in a different community. So being open, being genuine, and making sure that I'm listening to those that have those type of concerns.
What are Sac State's policies regarding ICE on campus?
To my knowledge, ICE is not allowed on campus.
Okay.
We're not ICE, so we don't enforce ICE rules and laws. We don't support that, and we're not the arm of enforcement for ICE.
How are you planning on keeping undocumented students safe at Sac State?
I will keep undocumented students safe like I keep everyone safe, making sure they're protected, making sure that when they come on campus, they feel safe, making sure when they leave campus that they feel safe. That's not just specified to them, but that's for you, that's for everyone. If you come on campus, I need to make sure that we're all safe, and it's an environment where we can learn and have a great learning environment as these young adults move off into their careers.
You said you plan to prioritize meeting and listening to the campus community from the outset of your appointment as police chief. Who are you meeting with? The Black Student Union, for example? Who are you listening to? What types of things are being talked about?
So this is day 12, day 11, day 12, I'm not sure. So I'm still getting acclimated. I'm meeting with several stakeholders on campus. Those meetings are literally taking up the entire month of September, and they'll move on into October. I have plans of meeting with the ASI president, Samantha Oswaldi, and I'm looking forward to that. I've reached out to her already. We're trying to connect with her busy schedule and my busy schedule. So in due time, I'll be meeting with as many student stakeholders, faculty stakeholders as I possibly can. But it's been a very busy 12 days, just meeting with a lot of people, and then trying to figure out where each campus hall is at. So, but I intend on doing that.
What do you say to organizations like CSU Students for Quality Education and California Faculty Association, who called to defund all CSU campus police last year?
Yeah, I'm not a proponent of defunding the police, just because I take it serious in my responsibility to make sure that the faculty and the students are safe here on campus. And that's something I truly believe in. I'm always open to looking at doing things differently, but with respect to removing officers from campus, I can't support that, just because it's hard for me to protect our community here if we're not here. And so I stand behind, our job is to make sure that this campus is safe, safe for everyone, not just the students, but for the faculty, for the staff, for everyone here on campus. And not only those individuals, but the folks who are coming onto campus. We're not fully back because of COVID, but when we are fully back, this campus swarms to approximately 30,000 students at one time and thousands of faculty members. So I take that serious, and I support that. Our presence here needs to keep all of us safe, so that this environment is an enjoyable experience for everyone.
So I want to let you know that we are moving on from anti-racism, and we're going to now talk about police brutality. And my next question is, are you familiar with the story we published at the State Hornet about the June 4th incident on campus between a group of approximately 30 cyclists and 3 Sac State police officers?
I'm vaguely familiar with the story. I'm aware of the incident. Obviously, I can't get any type of details. Again, this is day 12, and so I don't have all of the information. I don't have all the facts, because it is a matter that's being looked into. So I would be remiss if I commented anything further with respect to that event, but I am aware of that event. I'm aware of the incident, but I do not have all the facts and all the case materials. But when I do have it, I will objectively take a look at all the facts that are presented to me.
Is there like a timeline on that kind of thing when you would know you would have all the case files?
I don't have a timeline. Again, this is day 12, and so I definitely want to make sure that I address all the matters here at the police department and on campus. But I will make sure that as soon as I do have that information, that I give it my undivided attention. But I can't give you a timeline.
Absolutely. Have you seen the video?
I have not seen the video.
Okay. Would you like to watch it right now?
It would be unfair for me to watch it right now, knowing that I still have a significant amount of information that I still have to absorb.
Okay. Were you planning on watching the video?
Oh, absolutely. That's. I mean, as chief of police, that's part of my responsibility to view all the evidence in the investigation. So that definitely will be a task of mine.
Absolutely. Are those officers still being investigated?
When you say investigated?
I was told by Chief Markey also that there was going to be an open investigation on.
Yeah, the investigation is still continuing. The investigation has not stopped.
Okay.
Again, this is a matter that I'm going to look into, but the investigation is still ongoing.
What are some of the actions that might be taken during an investigation? Is it looking at videos, looking at police reports,
It's looking at all available evidence that's presented as part of the case.
Okay. Are Sergeant Vincent Burton and Corporal Doug Lynn still employed with the Sac State Police Department?
Yes, they are.
Are they being reprimanded or punished?
Again, it would be unprofessional for me to comment on that matter. With respect to the investigation is ongoing, it's still continuing, and for me to make any type of comment with respect to that would be a disservice to the department, the administration, and the campus without having all the facts presented to me.
Absolutely. And then my last question is, are you planning to implement any new bias training or use of force training?
The use of force training is something that's always ongoing, as far as the bias training as well. And so I will look at all of our training policies to see if they are up to speed, if they need to be expanded upon, and if they do, I will implement those.